let's see what to expect. The global economy this week. A shortened but potentially market-moving week for global investors with attention split between Davos, key UK and US data, and a major policy decision out of Japan. While US markets start the week closed for a holiday, the World Economic Forum in Davos sets a tone, for geopolitics, global economic messaging. From there, the focus shifts to the UK labor market, inflation, US housing and GDP data, and finally, global PMI readings and the Bank of Japan's interest rate decision. Even with fewer trading days in the US, this is a week packed with signals that could shape expectations for growth, inflation, and monetary policy going into the weeks ahead. And definitely we're seeing all of that play out in the markets now. A lot of risk assets starting the week down today. Even the likes of Bitcoin falling from about $95,000, and most of the risk assets at this point. Even US futures pointing red at this point. But let's get a check on metals now. Metals are looking great today. Talking about gold and silver. Let's get an outlook now for the commodities market. Joining me now is Daniela Corsini, senior economist, rates, FX, and commodities research at Intesa Sao Paulo. Great to have you in the show. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, so we're seeing the usual suspects again, starting off the week strong. The gold, silver, the safe haven metals. At this point, is this giving us signal on what to expect for the week?
Yes, I think so. I think we will see a risk-off mood during the week because all eyes will be focused on Davos in Switzerland and on the speech of President Trump on Wednesday. I think up to that moment, we will have a risk-off mood in financial markets, and so we can expect flat crude prices and gas prices, while I think silver and gold will continue rising at least for some few days. We have now new records. Just today, we had the gold, which rose near 4,700, and silver, which is at 94 US dollars, so new record high just today.
Also, looking at this, the prices right now, I'm going to single out silver, also hitting a new high today. At what point do these metals get, I feel like they're in overbought regions, and they've been there for the longest time. Do you think silver is overvalued right now?
Yes, I think so. I think both gold and silver are overvalued, but currently they are driven by momentum trading and by speculative flows. So as long as the current sentiment across financial market is so skewed toward defensive asset, I think gold and silver could continue rising. And that's why I think we can see new record high over the next couple of days and also over the next possibly the next month, but then I expect a correction, and probably the correction will be sharper for silver than for gold, because we had a huge move in the gold-silver ratio. We had a decline of more than 50% in this ratio, which moved from a peak of 104 to about 50 in a matter of a few months, and this is too much. Usually when the ratio has such a big downside movement, usually silver is going to correct in the following 12 months.
And, definitely we have investors out there that might be thinking, maybe silver, gold still have leg for, upward swings there for prices. Do you think this is a good time to still, enter either gold or silver or the safe havens, or do you still see geopolitics, uncertainty still with us most of 2026, and I guess you can still enter and hold, in this year?
What I usually suggest is not to invest in gold and silver if you have a very short time frame. If you want to have a gain in the next month or 3 months, then it's quite risky because we don't know when the market will start reversing, and when reversion take place, it will be very, very quick. If you have a very long time frame, like 5-10 years, then you can invest in silver and gold. But if your time frame is shorter, I'm not recommending to enter now.
Yeah, definitely. Nobody wants to buy the top at this point. Thank you so much, Daniela Corsini. She's a senior economist, rates, FX, commodities research at Intesa San Paulo. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's get a check on other stories. Now, see electric vehicle maker Rivian, they've announced a major change at the top of its finance team. The company says it's appointed Azam Akhtar as its new chief financial officer, effective March 1st, bringing a seasoned executive from General Motors as it looks to strengthen its financial leadership. The current CFO, Chad Wellman, will move into a new global role overseeing finance across purchasing, supply chain, and planning and logistics right there in the company. And we see China's economy close 2025 on a slightly stronger note than expected, as fresh data released today showed growth picking up in the final quarter of the year, supported by stimulus measures and a recovery in consumption. The world's second largest economy met Beijing's full-year growth target, even as momentum remained softer than earlier in the year, and trade tensions with the United States continued to weigh on the outlook. Now we see Tesla is set to revive work on its in-house supercomputing ambitions after CEO Elon Musk announced the company will restart development of the third generation of its custom-built Dojo system. The move marks a reversal from just months ago when Tesla shelved the project and disbanded the team behind it. Those are the top stories right there in the global economy.